One Church, it's Katie here again. As lots of you know, one of the areas that I lead in at One Church is prayer. It sits in my adults ministry. And so many of you really responded to our 24/7 prayer on the Sundays in May and June, and it was great. And we just had so many accounts and explanations and things that people had really been blessed by during those Sundays. So what about July and August? What's prayer going to look like for us as One Church in July and August? Well, I'd really like us to have an emphasis on outreach and in particular on Alpha. You know, Alpha is an amazing tool. It's an opportunity for people we know, people we love, people we come in contact with to be invited to and to come along and find out about faith in Jesus, and even to make a decision for him to become their Lord and Saviour. So I think we should be really supporting this Alpha course, and Helen and Alan as they lead it, and others who will be supporting them in our prayer. And I've thought of 3 ways you can support, and there's a way for everybody. And so the first way is each morning on our social media, about 6 o'clock in the morning, there'll just be a daily post saying a prayer focus for that day relating to outreach or to Alpha. Be there relatively early, 6 o'clock, so most people can then just choose the time they would normally have a time with the Lord when they're praying to pray into that subject. The other ways that you can support mean you need to contact me, so I'd love to hear from you. So one way is that each candidate who's completing the course, wouldn't it be lovely if we all knew as One Church that somebody was praying for them daily during the course? So all it would mean is I'd give you their name, just their first name, and you would commit to, at some point each day, praying for them and for their faith journey. And the other way I'd like us to support in prayer, particularly for Alpha, is that as Helen and Alan lead that course on a Wednesday night, how great it would be if they knew that every time they were leading that course, there was one or several people praying for them. So the last way you can join us in prayer in July and August is to say, yep, I can do an hour or an hour and a half on a Wednesday night, maybe just one Wednesday, maybe all of them, maybe a combination 2, 3, 4, whatever it is that will fit in with your other commitments. But it would be great to do these 3 things, to have a daily opportunity, to pray for the candidates, and as they meet for Alpha, to know that we're covering them in prayer. So if you'd like to be involved in the candidates or the weekly prayer, why not drop me an email, prayer@onechurchdover.org, or just reply on this social media post and I'll be in contact with more details. You know, we can all pray and prayer works. So I'd love loads of you to be involved over the next 2 months. Thanks in advance for knowing you're going to respond, One Church. Bye.